Bonjourrr. Welcome to Mika's Lore. Today has been such a really good day that I'm going to celebrate because it's two, right? It's two different firsts. Okay. So, the first being, I'm going to play my drum today. So, that's a first. It feels really relaxing, okay? Now, quick, why I'm not facing directly head on versus why I'm kind of like off to the right or to your left. I don't know. But is because I have drank so much water trying to catch up on my hydration that I have now drank too much water. So instead of just, instead of instead of being full because I ate dinner, no, I am full because I drank a lot of water. Like a lot. Okay. So give it up for clean drinking water, one time for the one time. That's one. As far as like if it's anything to you, like why are you not facing me? I am facing you. I am. You see my face facing your face and we're interfacing. It's just that as far as being right here squared off and centered, no. I had to turn this way because my belly is uncomfortable. Folded up with my legs all fake, no, so I just turned this way. I have more leg room. That's number one. I can really just let my belly be all good and round and full of all the good water and food. Okay, second thing, really, really good news. I'm currently, as you may or may not know, I'm pretty sure I may have mentioned this, but I'm currently in one-on-one therapy. Put these down. Specifically when it comes to all types of trauma, but to be super specific, CPTSD. And right now, we're now going into the traumas that I've experienced with my body. And one of the programs that I recently signed up for, they're encouraging anybody really, who comes in line. You better save their life too. You better save their lives. You just better. Oh man, we're gonna let them cook, you know what I'm saying? Let them do their thing. Yes. Okay. So yeah, the second thing is one of the programs that I just signed up for, including body trauma, to heal through it, is they encourage music and instrument playing and whatnot. So I told them, like, I have a steel tongue drum, and they were like, girl, listen, at this point, you honestly could just bring, like, a glass of dried pinto beans, okay, and call it a shakerade. Like, just don't do that. But still, just show up, and it's another form of therapy. And what I like, too, is that it's not just a form of therapy with the intention being, well, this is all therapy. No, music is completely natural and normal. Painting is completely natural and normal. The thing is that because of work, because of what we've even been through, a lot of people don't even celebrate or accept the fact that, yeah, we've survived some horrible things. And it has affected us to the point where what used to be something that we did just as in, and it wasn't affected by any of the horrors that we've experienced in our lives, now you gotta really muster it up. Even wanting it isn't half the battle. And I'm talking with professionals. Who are also expressing that they too have to put reminders on their phones. That they too have to set up different types of, if you will, not a maze, but they have to set their entire environment up based around the reality of, you say you want to live a better life. Okay, cool. What's one of the top 3 things? If I could wave this and this is my magical wand, what would it look like? Oh, you'd be playing more music. You'd be painting more. You'd be spending more time with your children. You'd be spending more time with your friends. Okay, cool. How would you do that, right? So, in my own case, even though I keep my steel tongue drum, she is in a C major. Even though big shout outs to my homie, he know who he is. Even though I keep this close by, it's still, in its case, right over here. So, like, how much fun is that? It's not any fun. As well as for the creative things to not be performative in this entire week. Nothing has been performative. So this is a big week for me because for the last, I'll say probably like the last 3 months. Yeah, probably like the last 3 months. I've had a whole lot of different experiences here and there where I realized, okay, be in get things done mode, be in show up, arrive, 10 toes down, make it happen, push around, make sacrifices mode, and it has exhausted me. Not that it has to be fun and exciting and wonderful or anything else like that, just that I have to do it, and it has to be done well, and it has to be done efficiently. Okay? That's not the issue. You know what the issue is? You know the pebble in my shoe? It has to be done right. We talking real right, or we talking perceived right? We talking right that we all can agree with, or we talking right that only you agree with? We're talking right from the perspective of people who have gotten it done, or we're talking right from the perspective of people who, they've tried, but I mean, they just didn't finish it. Like, what is right? What is right? So instead of struggling with what right is and all the rest of that, like I have been for the entirety of my life, I have very much so instead for the last week, I'm not going to sit here and say like, I did it, I achieved it, I beat the monster. No, but I have significantly changed and been changing in ways where I'm no longer sucked down into the swamps of that whole thing of what right is and what makes right and how I am right. And you know what I'm saying? And again, where did that come from? The warping of my brain and mind agreed at some point that right was the very thing that everything needed to be because of how this went so wrong and how that was so tragic and what it took for me and what it took for me to not have to be so tragically traumatized and triggered by the treacherous retrieval of the tragedies. Like, dang, bro. So, two big lovely things this week, all right? And now, with this C major drum, I'm not going to play for you. I'm going to play for me. But because you're here, I'm actually playing for we, all right? Okay. All right, so real quick. Shh. I'm still learning how to formally play the drum. And while that was quite informal, the reality is that because I've been learning the formal way to play, on one hand, I just wanted to play to relax myself. I just wanted to, on the other hand, that was salty. I thought I was crying. On the other hand, more formally is to learn, okay, so this is an A, and this is a B, and this is a C, and this is a, let me see, A, B, C, G, and this is a, what are all the other ones? I don't even have the proper stickers. All that being the case, I'm laughing, but in reality, no, really, I'm still learning the formal way to play. And one of the formal ways I learned how to play is also to those kind of low-key irk me, right? And I lied. No, I take that back. They both irk me for two totally different reasons. So, just playing. And that's with looking. So, the thing about looking is it's kind of interesting because while and are two totally different notes, right? And while, let's say, and again, two totally different notes, I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if there isn't something rather relaxing about just... Right? But apparently, as far as sheet music, whatever I just played doesn't exist. It's not a thing. It's not real, right? Even though it feels so good. I dropped my stick. It feels so good. And it's not about outright the feeling only, because if somebody asked me to play, what is it? The Empire, what is that thing called? It's from Star Wars. Something the Empire. A friend of mine translated it for me, and this is not the Empire, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, he actually found it for me how to play Happy Birthday and all the rest of that good stuff. So, on one hand, yes, I can always just, have out my drum and play you a little something, something. But then on the flip side, I don't want to. I really don't. Nope. I would rather just play this, whatever feels right. Whatever the back behind my uvula tonsils, whatever up in my amygdala and hippocampus, okay? Whatever in my pineal gland is telling me to play, then that's just what I want to play. But then, on the flip side, I ain't gonna lie. I actually do want to know the formal, and now that I know that there is a world of formal music to be played on the steel tongue drum, I definitely want to know that too. The only reason why learning it formally kind of tiny bit, little bit, somewhat, just a little irks me a tiny bit more than freestyling is because of the cute little tiny baby fact that now I have to be in a formal mind, in a learning mind. This isn't just, okay, no, now this is play one, right, and learn how to slow it down. And there's another one too, I forget what it is, but it goes like cranberry, mango, blueberry, yellow. And like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna insert a clip. But all that being the case, there's that. There's also within the formal learning, within the, all right, this is how you play it properly. How do I forget? There's something about the muscle training, this being the muscle, of course, not just my arms and hands and all that, my posture and everything else, but no, really, there's something about the neuroplasticity that's like, do I really have to learn this? All right, man, fine, dang. There's nothing wrong with being a professional. Ain't nothing wrong with knowing how to do it because you know how to do it because you're so good at it. Yeah. These are the rules. There's nothing really wrong with that. It's just, okay. Because now I'm not listening to know, oh, I sound good. Now I'm listening and I'm paying attention to, ooh, what did I do wrong? Ooh, how did I mess up? Whoops. So again, practicing to then make perfect, if you will, versus not practicing. Literally just want to feel good. Straight up just want the... That just sounds pretty. My eyes got a little juicy just doing that. But then on the flip side, like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. This is still an instrument. This is still a musical instrument, okay? It's such a musical instrument that she says, and I quote, where's it written? See, that's how long it's been since I opened this thing. She has the words C, oh, there she go. You see that little letter C? Yeah, she has the word C major on her. Well, I'm sorry, she only has C. She doesn't have major. I wanted to know if it made a noise. So, yeah. And then, oh, the difference between playing on, let me see. The difference between playing on, like, an actual board versus playing in and my lamp without the board, right? So I'm gonna take the board away, put drum in lamp. So drum is in lamp, and now playing. Well, no, let me do a quick experiment. So let me show you. Yes, save them, if you don't mind. Ooh, amen. Okay, yeah. I don't like that. So, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3, bass. These are both basses. Yes, right? Okay. Another thing too, as far as the upside of Hiii versus playing formally, is that playing, you know, just whatever lands anywhere, feels and tastes and sounds so good, is that I have to strike these a certain kind of way. Let me show you. I call these the hearts. I don't know if they're called hearts, and I kind of really a little bit don't care right now in this moment. But here you see the little heart. Looks like a heart to me. Yeah. So with the hearts, you're supposed to strike just these with the mallet, right? Or just these with your thumb. Okay, cool. As a would-be, I always wanted to be a percussionist, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it always got started. It's not like, oh, I always wanted to be a percussionist. But one thing I learned about myself that I was just like really good at is drums. And it's not anything where it's like, I'm so good at this. It's more so, I can learn a couple songs. Yeah. And which ones felt really good? I knew that with, I forgot what they're called, but with these drums here, you know, whatever those are, versus percussions, versus hand drums, like hand drums, scoot, scoot. Like, these are provided with the instrument. I didn't know that, because in my head, this is the only way to play them was with your fingers. Like, what do you mean I have to play these with some kind of stick? You don't play with some kind of stick, you use your hand. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? But no, seriously, all jokes aside, one thing that remains the same is that while on one hand, I want to play it the way I want to play it, at the same time, if I don't strike this 5 right here every single time, even while freestyling, I'm going to be wondering a little bit like, dang, what happened to that one? Oh, the way I wanted it. And it's like, because it doesn't exist. It exists down here if you want to go down here with it. But if you want to hear that the exact same way that you just heard it, you got to come up here. So, versus, you know what I'm saying? That is the one really cool upside to learning it formally, is that there are certain places that need to be struck, okay? As well as the differences between everybody. Because while on one hand, oh yeah, let's see, I'll say, and they're both the highest notes of their section, I think. Like, for instance, this is 2, but that's a high 2. And then this is 2, and it's the low 2. Shut up, because they have real names on the musical scale. They have highs, they have lows, they have majors, they have minors. So I think this is major, and I think this is minor. But still, there's the reality that formal helps. Formal does help, because again, should I find myself like, oh man, I just want to play anything that just feels good to my lower back, and it just feels, oh my God, all my senses, you know, the rest of that, my fingerprints are starting to lift off my body and go into another zone, like, that's nice. It's just that at the same time, if I want that again, instead of standing here like, I don't know the difference between each, no, actually learn formally that this is major, and this is minor, and you want that difference every single time. Yes. You can rely on that. That is trustworthy. It's not exactly trustworthy to just be sitting here going all, you know, full and not knowing, damn, how did I get that one sound at one time? Like, because this is really a musical instrument. This isn't just a, you know, feel good do whatever you want. And then of course the history to the steel tongue drum and all the different cultures and places around the world that have their own version of the steel tongue drum, right? All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's amazing. That has a that has a formality, that has its own layout, that has its own structured balance of, no, believe it or not, even whether you learn it the traditional way or you learn it the very, school-bound way and all, scholarly. Either way, there's a particular type of structure that you can rely on in learning this this is a formatted, structural, even boring, even in a way that's just like, oh great, now I have to focus on getting it right. No, I don't. No, I really don't. No, I really don't. So now, at this time, I'm going to play because I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating 2 wins. Number 1, this is a music... Wait, I didn't do the comparison. Hold on. The comparison between it in my lap versus not. Wait, with the mallets. In my lap, pull my water belly to the side. Water belly back. Right, and then on a board, we now have these. Whoo! I can feel that, which is kind of cool too, because you would think it being in my lap, I could feel it more. No, it being up off of anything, really, because I used to do this in my bed when I very, very, very first got it. Where was I going with that? Oh, that's also with the mallets. So let me see. Mallet. No mallet. Oh, also, I wouldn't play with my rings on. So if I'm not going to do it, like on some real stuff, I'm not going to do it now, even just practicing. And I'm just going to use my middle finger and my thumb finger. You can barely hear it. Wait, let me see something. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to do these two. I'm going to do my index and my phone. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to use all thumbs. Okay, we going all thumbs here. And I know what you're thinking. That little tap. You would think, oh, that's my nail. That is me slapping my entire... I'm slapping my entire thumb directly on the... Like, just all knuckle... knuckle... and fingertip. Okay, so, again, these all have 3 very different sounds. From mallet to fingers and thumbs to... up on somebody to her beads. What was this? I was gonna say, what stratosphere has we just entered? Oh God, it feels so good. oh man, yo. I'm gonna play. I am. And I'm gonna just chill out. So you want to join me? Because we can do this right now. We can do this right now. Right now, I tell you. I say right now. All right. That wasn't for you. That was for me. I need tissue. Merci. Oh, 1, 2. It's like, no. I'm gonna keep playing because I got the energy. I got the music in my head. But no, really. I got the energy. It's up. And I feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get some of that with y'all. And I'm going to close out, if you will, by saying it's a lot to get back, if you will. / to be on your same-ish when it comes to taking care of yourself in a different way. In a way where nobody's looking. In a way where you don't have to get it so right. You know, you can push the rule book to the side just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't close it, but push it to the side a little bit. And you can still be getting a lot done. Still be very relaxed. My feet feel good. My everything. My hands, everything. Everything feels really good. Like, I am in a zone. So again, you can still get a lot right. You can still get just about everything done efficiently. But being right, don't make that a concern of yours so much. Especially if you're like me and you just ran into so many issues and snags and so many setbacks and so many, holdups and being stuck, all because being right was a part of the recipe, and if it didn't show up, then what even was anything, and was it worth it? Yeah, right. So yeah, don't do that. All right. Yeah, no, don't do that. How do you not do that? You get therapy of several different kinds, reliable therapies, good therapies. If you have a co-payment situation set up when it comes to work, and again, you're taking care of a sick and ailing loved one, you're taking care of yourself. Nobody has to be sick and ailing. You're taking care of all types of needs and whatnot. It's gonna sound real cheesy, but start a little baby savings account and make it just for going to therapy. Look at me. Okay? I've been in and out of therapy for the last, I don't even know how many years, but it's been more than 5, I'll tell you that. It pays off, and I'm still, I'm right back in it, if you will. But this is different because I'm taking different approaches, to be wildly serious. It's deeper than just getting a drum. I'm taking different approaches to my healing that doesn't involve, here's the thing. Not all cheerleaders are on your team. And I've had some cheerleaders, baby. They were not on my team. They weren't even a part of my team. And it's a lot. If you find yourself not wanting to necessarily, go that far just yet, then number one, I get you. Trust me, I get you. But the one thing that's going to have to ultimately be your moment of, all right, she gets me, but I don't want to talk to her. She doesn't support me 100. Yeah, no, I'm not going to have to say, I can't. I'm not going to support you 100 if it comes down to you won't do a single thing about it. That's where, okay. So it's not there now listen, okay. If anybody struggles with what's right and what's not right, what's wrong, the rest of that, when it comes to, so you just going to keep talking about it? And I get it. Getting it right is really terrifying because, bro, that was me. Especially, with therapy? Especially with therapy. I'm letting you into me. Same thing with relationships with people. You get what I'm saying? I'm letting you into me, bro. And the best you got is whatever this is. Like, man, get out of here. Also, too, you're not pathetic. Okay? You're not pathetic. I know you may feel pathetic. Trust me. I felt so pathetic. Oh, yeah. That I would stick around in people's lives who didn't want jack schmack to do with me. But there I was. Because we can make this work. We can make this work. We work together. That's what we're here to do. Blah, 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 blah. Not the case. Not the case at all. No. Okay? Don't get to BSing yourself and convincing yourself that, well, as long as you all are on the same team, you all can, look out for each other and love on each other throughout the whole... No. And it's hard when you're codependent and you're and you're sensitive and you really want to fix everything. You really want to hold on because you don't want to waste nothing, and you want everybody to be all right, and you know it's going to be different this time. And then you know what sucks? Is the fact that when it is different, it's so good. And guess what? They still are not on your team. Oh my gosh. Oh. But that's for another video, okay? For this video, again, I celebrate you the same way I celebrate myself for getting things done. Getting them done efficiently. Getting them done with the rule book slid to the side a little bit. And still being 10 toes down. Especially if this has been a very long battle for you. Because it has been for me. That whole, it gotta be right. It gotta be right. We all gotta agree that it gotta be right. Like, I support you with that when it comes to therapy. This one is in the basket. This one is accounted for. Okay, this week. This change, this opportunity. So now, next week, get it all the way right. Oh, next week we going in. What you talking about? Next week we going in. Okay? Next week it's a wrap. Alright? Next week ain't nobody talking about right and wrong, because everything gonna be going so right. Even if you find yourself going off the road, it's still gonna go right. How do I know? Because, again, putting in so much work. So much work. The baby step is the hardest, the whole 9, but it's paying off. I'll speak for myself. If you're here with me and we're going through the same thing at the same time, okay, then cool. But for those of you who are not going through the same thing at the same time, again, I have no problem with reiterating. This is a time in my life where the rule book is right there. I'm not avoiding the rules. I'm not rebelling against the rules. Rather, I'm still in on it. It's just that with my circadian rhythm and with the, being awake at night and sleeping during the day, with work schedule, with YouTube schedule, with family schedule, with, I'm not done, with professional help schedule, okay? With everything, going the way it's going and whatnot, there still comes the, hey, listen, make it happen, okay? All right? Okay? Every now and again, it's like, oh, now you didn't do that to the T. Excuse you so very much. Excuse you so very much. I want you to look at what actually happened, what actually took place. Which is not good. Don't do that. But still, we take those down. I Miguel. Now I'm starting to blab. It's time to end it. I will see you next week. Yes. There will be so much more with Mika's lore. I will see you next week.